The Pittsburgh Steelers are entering a pivotal period in their franchise's history, and Omar Khan, the team's general manager, is taking a gamble to change their direction. Faced with the reality that the Steelers have stagnated in recent years, Khan has decided that it's time to make a bold move in the draft. One of the most crucial positions that needs an upgrade is quarterback, and in this year's draft, Khan is willing to take the risk of selecting a quarterback to help reshape the future of the franchise. The Steelers' late-season collapse last year was not just a disappointing end to the season, but also a stark reminder of the larger issues that have been plaguing the organization for years. Mike Tomlin, the longtime head coach, has been in charge during these underwhelming stretches, and while he's built a solid track record over the years, even his most loyal supporters have to admit that the patience for mediocrity is starting to wear thin. His past success in keeping the team competitive has earned him the benefit of the doubt, but the reality is that for as long as the Steelers continue to hover around .500, the leash will inevitably get shorter. What makes Tomlin's situation even more complicated is that the quarterback play has not been up to par, contributing significantly to the team's struggles. Pittsburgh has been unable to secure a long-term solution at the most important position on the field, and that lack of stability has hindered their chances of competing at the highest level. Quarterbacks like Russell Wilson and Justin Fields exceeded expectations and played relatively well, but neither of them looks like a franchise-changing leader capable of leading the Steelers to a Super Bowl title. While there was hope that these quarterbacks could provide some stability, their presence alone hasn't been enough to push the Steelers over the hump. On top of that, the supporting cast around the quarterback has also been underwhelming. Injuries have taken a toll on the roster and glaring weaknesses at key positions, most notably wide receiver and across the defense, have further exposed the team's limitations. Even with a head coach of Tomlin's caliber, no team can succeed without addressing these fundamental issues. And while the Steelers have tried to fill gaps, the results haven't been enough to sustain any meaningful success. The Steelers' front office recognizes that addressing the quarterback position is paramount to turning the team's fortunes around. But it's not just about finding any quarterback, it's about finding a player who can lead the team back to championship contention. With that in mind, Pittsburgh has their eyes set on the 2024 NFL Draft to potentially find that player. In this mock draft scenario, the Steelers take a bold step by selecting a quarterback in the second round, Mississippi's Jackson Dart, at pick 52. It's clear that the Steelers have been stuck in quarterback purgatory for some time now. The team's draft position in 2024 places them 21st overall, and with this being a two-quarterback draft class, the chance to land a game-changing quarterback early has all but slipped away. Pittsburgh's decision to ride out seasons with mediocre quarterback play has pushed them further down the draft board, making it harder to find a top-tier talent at the position. At the same time, the free agent quarterback market is far from exciting, and it's unlikely that the Steelers will be able to lure a franchise quarterback from that pool. Even if they sign a veteran, such as Wilson or Fields, to keep things stable for another year, the real change must come from within the draft. Dart, though not a perfect prospect, could represent a potential long-term solution for the Steelers at quarterback. The risk involved in drafting him in the second round is undeniable. While quarterbacks taken outside of the first round rarely develop into franchise players, it's not an impossible dream. If Dart can become just an average starter in the NFL, that would already be a valuable return on the Steelers' investment. However, the upside is much greater. Dart has the physical tools and the mentality to become much more. What makes Dart an intriguing option for Pittsburgh is his aggressive playstyle, his ability to make throws into tight windows, and his raw arm strength. These attributes give him a higher ceiling compared to other quarterbacks available at this stage. While Dart played in an offense at Mississippi that didn't always put him in the best position to showcase his full skill set, scouts are impressed with his ability to push the ball downfield and make quick decisions under pressure. The concern, of course, is that Dart hasn't faced as many complex defenses as other top prospects, which means there's an inherent risk in projecting how he'll adjust to the NFL level. His college offense wasn't as pro-style as some others, which could lead to some growing pains in his transition to the NFL. However, with the right coaching and a solid supporting cast around him, there's a possibility that Dart could develop into a dynamic quarterback for the Steelers. This is a risky proposition for Pittsburgh, no doubt, but after years of making conservative choices and finding themselves stuck in the middle of the AFC, the Steelers need to take bold steps to alter their course. Safe bets have kept the team in a constant state of mediocrity, always competitive, but never quite good enough. By selecting Dart, Pittsburgh is acknowledging that their current trajectory isn't going to lead them to success in the long run. It's time to take a chance and hope that Dart can be the quarterback who will elevate the team back to the top of the AFC. If Dart proves to be the player the Steelers hope he can become, this move will be seen as a turning point for the franchise. But if it doesn't work out, the Steelers may find themselves back in the quarterback search once again. However, given the team's current standing, the risk may be worth it, especially if it means they have a chance to get a franchise quarterback and finally break free from their cycle of mediocrity. As the 2024 NFL Draft approaches, all eyes will be on the Steelers and their decision-making process. Will they take the risk on Jackson Dart and potentially reshape their future,